Jonathan back here again. And like I said, I'm breaking up some of these videos so you can look directly at the video that makes the most sense for you for this year. But for open enrollment for 2023, once again, we are still using Guardian for short-term and long-term disability. The disability benefits are super important because, to be honest with you, these benefits are ones that you actually can't get anywhere else. You can definitely try and get a long-term disability policy on your own, but most of the time, right, those policies are way too expensive for the benefits that they provide. And for the most part, everybody will get these benefits through their employer, but they aren't benefits that, let's say you have a spouse working for another employer, that they can actually get for you. So getting this through your employer is the only way to actually get it, and to also get it at actually pretty reasonable rate. After I go over some of these benefits, I'm going to flip back to the portal and I'm going to show you what some of the costs look like. But this is going to be for short-term and long-term disability. So as you know, disability insurance is going to pay you a benefit when you're disabled. A lot of people will say, well, we're in California, for example, and we have a short-term disability plan through the state. That is accurate, right? But what you probably didn't know is that it does not cover the entire amount of your short-term disability, depending on, what kind of income bracket you're in. So this plan is really to make up that shortfall and to make sure that you get the most of short-term disability benefits. Your short-term disability only lasts for the maximum of 1 year with the state of California. And with a plan like this through Guardian, you can see that the maximum payment period, right, is 22 weeks. So this covers you starting on the 31st day, right? Accidents for the state of California disability plan usually begin on the 8th day. So just remember that this is actually starting on the 30th day. It covers you for accident or illness. It is covering you for 66.67% of your salary to a maximum of $1,500 per week. That is something where the state disability plan cannot quite reach. This usually gives you about 5% more to get you to that higher amount when you're out on disability, right? When short-term disability is over, right, that is where long-term disability can step in. So remember, we're still in the first year here, right? So now long-term disability is taking over on the 181st day. It covers you in a monthly amount to a maximum of $6,000, right? So you want to keep in mind, right, that while you're here, right, this is what might actually take you on into the next year. Because remember, once short-term disability ends in the first year, right, you only have 52 weeks in a year. That's it. State disability is done. Your short-term disability from Guardian plan is done. And so this long-term disability plan, which has been coordinating, at the 181st day, from that period in the year till the end of the year, right? What happens after that year is done? This is why long-term disability is probably one of the most significant benefits you can have, because this is what they actually retitle and call paycheck protection. So it's going to cover you for 60% of your salary up to a maximum of $6,000 per month. Once again, you file claims through Guardian. They're going to ask you some other questions. They're probably going to get some paycheck stubs from your employer just to make sure that they have this amount correct. The other thing that's interesting about this plan, right, is this is going to cover you for 2 years and what they call your own occupation. So you see that right here? That is what's super important about this. A lot of disability plans just say, oh, you have to be at this level of disability or we're never going to pay you. This might even be why the Social Security definition of disability is a little bit harsher, a little bit more rough in order to qualify for those benefits. So this is something that's covering you in your own occupation for the first 2 years. And then it can actually give you a benefit up to the age 65, or sometimes it can go a little bit longer because the normal retirement age is not going to be 65, for much longer. It's probably going to get moved up to 67. So we have to keep that in mind as we're, filing for our benefits, that this could go out a little bit longer. But if you were disabled for the rest of your life, there's a possibility that you would have no other income coming in. And this long-term disability plan is going to be the only thing that's going to be there to protect you. So I happen to think that long-term disability is one of those benefits that is right on par with life insurance, right? And so most of the people will have a life insurance plan that they've gotten from their brother, their uncle, or a friend of theirs. But sometimes they'll skip over disability, and it's one of the most affordable benefits that are out there. So let's look really back in the portal for a second here. So we'll click back over here, and let's just see, what things look like. So you can see that a benefit has already been calculated for me. And so this is what my weekly benefit would be from the plan. So once I've collected there, I can hit continue, right? And I can go and look at the long-term disability plan right here. So when I'm looking, it's already been calculated for me as well. And it shows me that I will have a $2,600 payment, right, coming to me. And what's that going to cost me? $22.53 per month. All right. These benefits, unlike dental and vision, and even the medical, do not actually come out pre-tax. You can talk to your HR administrator. You can talk to Holly about that. Normally, you want short-term disability and long-term disability to come out after tax so that you do not get taxed on the payments when you receive them. That's just a better way to do it, but you can certainly let her know if you have any concerns about that. But that's it for the disability plans. Definitely reach out to us if you have any questions. For some reason, the video from Guardian, which is a quicker version of what I just went over, is not showing, but that's going to be updated today to the new version that they have out there. So that will be showing as well. But once again, it is a very general video, and this was a much more specific video on disability. So talk to you soon.